Bella Creamer, and Elena Rainbow.
We are from the American School of Ciudad in Honduras, and we joined GIN because we wanted to make many changes to our country. We form a group of 7 members total. Their names are Elena Rainbow, Talia Rodriguez, Ana Maria Vete, Bella Creamer, Tagna Aguilar, Valentina Goy, and myself. And together as a group, our main vision is to help the education in Honduras. And right now, we're going to make an activity involving making 3 groups. We're going to make 3 groups, and you have to follow a certain amount of instructions to make an origami. And not all of the people have the same instructions. Some people have more instructions, some people have less instructions. And then we're gonna explain how this relates to our
I think it's
Each line is a group.
Oh, so I don't have to. Do they already are group?
Yeah.
Okay.
oh wait. Like us
Like,
or
like
So the whole line of table is a
you have to follow the instructions given.
Place the paper in a diamond position. Place the paper in a diamond. Fold in half and fold the bottom to meet the center.
You have 10 minutes.
And fold again.
Esto es como se tiene que ver al
And fold the top. Or does someone else want to do?
Pero
No, it's
solo-
okay.
solo para el-
I'm not really the best at corners. I fold the side corner.
This is how it has to look.
Alright, then fold the bottom to meet the center.
It has to look like this.
Alright, fold the right side to meet the center. Fold the left side to the same.
Over the top of the paper to the center.
we're in groups. We're making like origami.
Alright.
So wherever you were seated, that's right here.
Fold the corners from the sides inwards. All of them? It says to fold the corners. Corners.
Corners. The right side to meet the center while folding up.
Fold them hard. Error? Oh, no, just two. No.
Like something. Yeah,
Let's
they-
go again. Fold them. Okay, wait, so you're here. Okay, so we flip them. Fold the corners on the side and fold the top. Fold the side. Okay, so. Where's the square? This, turn and fold the paper to the center. Y ahí lo mismo con el
Quiero ver.
Then you flip. Then you fold to the fold. Where we flip the paper, where here?
Hold the paper to the other side.
Pero the corners as we first to this part, like not just one level.
Do you want it?
I think so, because you're.
Do you want to see the model again?
When you turn it around.
Do you want to see the model?
Something wrong.
Oh, if you want, we can do it again.
Like start again. Let's start from the beginning. Let's start again. Look at the corner. If you look at the drawing, yeah, that's a little bit, I don't have that time. Okay, so let's start. All right, let's start from the beginning. So, place the paper in a diamond position. Yes. Fold it in half. Okay. Fold it again in half. And fold the top of the paper to meet the center. The top of the paper to meet the center. That's what it is.
And it looks like that, right?
Fold the bottom to meet the center. Fold the right side to meet the center. That's what the left looks like.
Oh, they have drawings.
Well, the left side the same way.
Fold the
No, I
left
think that's
side.
where
is
it
it?
changes. I think this is where it changes.
Yeah.
Where I don't know how to. I don't know. Look at the drawing.
We'll see.
The right side to meet the center.
Solo ese queda.
Pues sí, pues eso
¿Ya
sí,
terminaron?
no tengo cómo hicieron.
Okay, I see the example again.
There's something.
I'm not gonna touch it, I just wanna see it. All right, don't unfold it.
Okay.
We have to do it with our instructions, right?
Well, at some point, it has to look like a triangle.
Do you have scissors?
No. It doesn't turn out as a triangle.
Oh, yes, maybe this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, the left side the same way, but
I don't know, I just follow.
Oh, success.
But no, okay, and then
Just don't have the.
we don't have the pointy. And I think we have to do this. No, but then that goes against
All right. So why is it
Are you Snapchat? Yes. What if we go? Can we have the chocolate?
The city's supposed to be like, we need to have these orders.
Alright, we're almost there, guys. We got the bottom.
I think we need to go back, maybe go between something like
Diamond shape position. Correct.
Yes, that's.
I think we should go.
That's okay.
the like basic parts of the instructions show like all type of stuff?
Why does you guys see the
Giant here, right?
Come on, like, you have a giant one? No, but then, no, that makes sense. No.
Sorry. Can I see the heart again?
Someone added.
No, I heard the
I think we were doing,
I think I think we're doing it correctly. So
It's a
this
critical.
one needs to,
Just cut the middle.
hold it here.
Yeah.
Because if you look at that, although the.
you're the ones that have the best instructions of all of them.
You have a full instruction.
You have the best instructions.
We have the best instructions. Really? Pretty pitiful. For us, not pretty instructions.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe our paper isn't the right
It is.
No, it is. We measured it.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait.
Like with the fold that you're doing upward like that, it is definitely challenging. But you have the beginning is like the first few
Because
steps.
there's, yeah, no, we did all of this, but here.
Like just look at.
Cover
it's
your
actually right
instructions.
here when you're- This is the fold and then this is the fold.
Ah,
This
ya
is-
entendimos.
So there.
Okay.
Like
now I'm
here.
gonna- Okay.
That's the way.
Okay.
We're privileged.
Oh, yeah.
Like right now.
Better than that one.
We made this one? Oh, I didn't make it. I didn't say.
You have 1 minute to complete your heart.
We're gonna be heartbroken. Thank you.
No. Stop the kid. I'm looking.
Maybe it's the same drawer as me. Meaning the acronym.
30 seconds.
That's what it looks like. It looks like this.
10 seconds.
It's like
Okay,
So we're
Time's
done.
up.
Time's up. Okay. Okay. This were the hardest instructions. Yeah, it's pretty good.
And even the privileged ones don't always
Yeah,
get the right
even the
answer.
ones with all the instructions, like.
Yeah, you're actually good. Like,
Now flip it to the,
no, it's
Come on.
I know.
I need to finish.
Okay, so this was, this is the heart.
No, it's really more.
Okay, so this is the heart from group three. So this is group 3. They had the instructions that we gave them were the full instructions without pictures. Then this is a heart from group 1, and we actually skip steps, and we actually put step number 6 was actually step number 3.
And he still got
And
it.
they still got it really good. So it's and then number 2, they had the full instructions.
They still did not get it.
And they still
Whether it
did
was
not
full
get it,
without paper.
and they still did not get it, but it's okay.
I'll try.
So we noticed that they were kind of like a square, and it didn't look anything like the heart. And then this group did kind of
Kinda
like what
like
we
a
did.
heart.
And it kind of looked, but then we can notice that the lack have the harder time you have the final project, the final product. So these kids, they don't have an education, they don't have a basis. If they don't have a basis, they don't have a whole. They won't have, maybe they are successful, then in the long run, they're not gonna be able to sustain their own family, to progress in life and possible. The main reasons why we're actually doing this project.
Also, if the kids don't have their full materials or their uniform, it's not gonna be that easy. It was harder for one because they had less. So, what is innovation and why did we choose innovation? We're innovative because of the way we want to try and improve society. Honduras try to illiterate adults. For example, in our school and senior year, they help adults. They have illiterate adults, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with illiterating adults, but we just have to focus on our country's future. Since we have helped 170 students in Anjoine Christian School with supplies and encouraging them to stay in school. We hope that later on in the future, they can, with a good education, they can provide a lot of stuff for their family. But what do we want to achieve? My friend Sarina will guide you to what we will do.
So our main goal is to improve the children's education in Honduras. So in order to make this happen, we have to start by one school. So the school that we decided to pick is called Anjoine Christian School, and kids normally attend from Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. And there are about 150 to 170 students. So all these kids deserve opportunities in life. So we are going to try our best to give them those opportunities, and we will start a change in what education in Honduras looks like nowadays.
Okay, as we said before, there are some kids that don't have a pedal to ride with or a book to learn from. To grab a bag from the supermarket or from the street that they find, like on the they have. Provide all these children with the materials they lack so they can have an enjoyable learning process. Missed opportunities that kids for proper education. Help with education is the main stage to have a future opportunity, and that is what we want for all these kids. We'll provide them in many ways. We will give them uniforms, books, and the necessary school supplies. Also, we want to make sure they have an enjoyable educational environment, so they can learn and they can enjoy learning. And if you want to know more about the education in Honduras, Sarina will guide you.
So the education in Honduras. Education in Honduras lacks because of the limited amount of schools, the ambitious teachers, poverty, and the withdrawal kids' rights. And 40% of kids drop out of high school so they can work to help maintain their parents. So this means that many kids in school dropped out to make money and maintain their families. And many kids or many parents threaten their children if they don't bring like a certain amount of money by the end of the day. So these kids sacrifice their education for their security. And great things are not done with impulse, but by a series of small things brought together by Van Gogh. So this is a very inspiring quote, because with one school, we will make a difference.
Many children don't go to school because of the three main reasons that I'm going to tell you right now. The first reason is because they don't have enough materials, or they don't have any materials at all, or they don't have any uniform. The second one is because they have to work. Their parents can't provide enough money for them, so they have to work to provide for their whole family, and they can't go to school because they have to be working. And the third reason is because people tell them like that that the grade is too hard, or that they can't do it, and so they go to work thinking that it was better to just go to work straight away instead of having a good education.
So we're focusing on Francisco Morazan, which is a department. It's kind of like how Honduras is divided. And Francisco Morazan is where the capital of Honduras is located. So there are a total of 2,835 schools in Francisco Morazan. And the following chart that we will demonstrate shows how many people have dropped out, how many people have enrolled, and how many people stayed active during the school year. So we can see by the looks of the chart that 10th grade, 8th grade, and 7th grade are the are the grades with most dropouts. And we can also notice that the higher the grade goes, the numbers for enrollment actually decrease. And actually decrease. And like grades like in 12th grade, 11th grade, 9th grade, many people might think, oh, this grade's they're like this is higher than 8th grade. People might think it's harder, but in Honduras, 9th grade is actually where they give you like a diploma for like graduating from middle school. Or, so they think by having that diploma that I already have a diploma, I can already get a good job. So that's why actually they stay in 9th grade. But before this was done in 6th grade, and many like 12-year-olds actually were like on the street with like saying like I have a diploma, I can actually go to work. But that's why the ministry from our country increased is
Tonight.
tonight.
So the lack of education is one of the main reasons for a country to be on the most dangerous countries in the world. This is mostly like a series of events that goes on in a chain. If people don't get the proper education, they don't learn how to respect themselves and even others. They don't learn how to get a proper job, to get enough money for their family and their shelter and food. And the only known solution for them is to hurt other people, and that affects them in life. So this is a way. This impacts the way tourists see our country. Each day we lose money that might go to educational places, and that is wrong because if we can if we can help our country, then why would others do?
Why did we decide to involve ourselves in Honduran education? So we decided to involve ourselves in Honduran education because we want to help up, we want to build up our future leaders, meaning the children. So when these kids grow up, they learn things, and sometimes these things are turned into disasters or surprising improvements. So we want to turn them into people who can be admired, and when new education was a great start in order to make it happen.
So this is our slogan. It's not actually our logo, and it says doing something good because we want to raise awareness to these kids and say like you have to say we want to help you. We are here to help you, even though we're not from another country. It still affects us. We don't have to be dependent on other people in other countries in order to help ourselves. Because after all, we're only damaging ourselves by not helping people. So that is one of the ways that we want to help by raising awareness, by telling people that they don't have to drop out of school, saying that they actually stay in school, they might actually become a better person even and have a better life.
So we had to get a lot of money to give all these children the necessary materials and model all the classes. So when we were looking for ways to get money, our friends from Call of the Wild idea to make an event called Movie Night. The team had the opportunity to handle for food games that would entertain everybody. Also, we had the idea to make money boxes so we can collect enough amount of money to
So how do we organize?
So the first fundraiser we did was movie night, gym movie night, and it was held in our school. And what it was about is that each gym group got to pick some games to run, and kids from our school got to go to those games. And the more kids go to those games, the more money the group earns. So this was like a big opportunity for these groups to earn money. And thanks to gym movie night, we had the chance to start the renovation of education in Antwerp Christian School.
So we created donation boxes, and we are 7 people in our group, and so like a group in our group we had 3 boxes, and so we had to collect 500 lempiras, which would be like $20 around there, and each one collected the money they had to, and in some boxes we even collected more than we even had to.
So there are a lot of groups in our school, and each one has the opportunity to make or a bake sale or a Colors Day. Like a Colors Day is a day where we can use normal clothes instead of uniforms. So this kind of fundraising activities would help our gym team, because it would be handled by the whole gym group, and since there are a lot of little teams in it, each team will get the necessary amount of money.
How will we spend the money we collected? So, first off, we will provide backpacks, we will provide the materials and like pencil boxes, bookcase, books and notebooks, and give them to each student at the beginning of the year. Because this is one of the main reasons why they don't come to school, because they live in a very remote place, and since they live in a remote place, they don't usually sell these stuff where they live, and they don't usually own a car, so it's really hard for them to drive, like to walk to the city and actually go there and buy the stuff. Also, we will spend it on uniforms. We would also spend it on uniforms, since that is one of the reasons why they don't go to school as well. Plus, we want to make the environment more friendly. We want to make it more happy, because the classrooms in our Duran are actually very close. They don't have windows. They don't have the walls are concrete. They're not painted, so it doesn't look like a very friendly environment in order for the kids to learn. So they're not very excited to be there. So we think that the environment does affect the way people want to study. The environment shows like, oh, I want to be here. It's very nice. It's very organized. So that's one of the main reasons why we also want to help them stay. Also, the money will be spent on in whiteboards and the bulletin boards, in order for the kids to again be excited for it.
And also a library, since the kids don't have a library, they don't have a place to read.
So, okay. So right now, we're gonna make some trivia about our presentation and about education interests, and this is where we give out chocolate. So we're gonna ask some questions, and the first person to raise their hand is the person who we're gonna give a chocolate to. So first off, we want to how many schools are in Francisco Morazan?
2,835.
Correct.
How many students dropped out in 2016?
They didn't appear in the presentation. It was
Approximately a number.
the one that's closest.
4,000.
Is that 100?
Wait, raise your hand. 600? No.
How
398.
many students dropped out in 2016?
3,000.
Close, not yet.
4,400.
2,600.
No.
6,000.
It's like it's closest to 9,000.
Oh.
7,000.
8,000.
Close, very close.
6,000.
So 9,000.
Okay, 8,000. Huh? You said 8,000.
Give it to 9,000.
Yeah. Okay. What was one of the ways that we raised money in order to complete our project? Was that
I think. Who?
You have a fire drill?
I don't think it's a fire.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
It is.
What do we do? They never told us what to do.
Let's go out.
It's a fire drill. No, it's over. I think it's over. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry.
It was probably.
It was a mistake. You guys have one more minute.
Okay, so this is the final question, and at the end, okay.
This guy.
Is this, okay, so from who was the quote that we mentioned in the presentation? Marco.
Oh, nice.
Okay, what is one reason why children leave school?
They don't have the supplies.
And there's another reason if anyone wants to.
That's a word.
Yeah.
I other reason.
There's one more.
They're scared.
See, they're scared. Yeah. Oh, I
You don't get this now.
Actual fire alarm will come on and let you know.
Okay. Well, okay. What will we do? Okay. What will we do and what will we provide for these children? What will we do and what will we provide for these children? Huh? Backpacks.
Go.
Quiet.
Make the classrooms look nice.
No, ella no. Ya le, ya le hice. Okay, so that was it. Thank you for
So, to finish our presentation, we would like to restate our goals, and it is that we want these kids to enjoy the same resources as we have. We want them to have a nice place to learn and have the materials needed in order to learn and study. And we want them not only to achieve success as individuals, but also lead a successful society. And although children are only 24% of our population, they are 100% of our future. This is the biggest compliment for me.
I heard you mention about improving the environment. How do you guys plan exactly?
So the classrooms, they are actually very like close. They don't have windows.
Space.
They don't have like the walls are like concrete. They're not even painted. So it's just like literally like a box with desks inside. So it's not very welcome.
So you guys would go and paint it, or are you gonna involve the kids and actually build them?
We kind like making it like painting the walls and like maybe like giving name tags to like the children, like to the tables and stuff like that. And we started this project relatively like very 3 months ago, so it's like very new.
I really recommend to involve them, have them help you guys, because that way they also feel like they were part of it and they'll take care of it.
Okay.
If they just see it and pop up and.
Yeah,
I mean, they do
because
care, but.
we painted a wall and they were supposed to not play soccer on it because they don't have like where to play, so they just hit the wall and they still hit it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you guys.